We are enemies to each other. Esau contributed to it. They all contributed to the problems that we dealing with. All of the problems that we are dealing with, it stemmed from Esau, the so-called white man. I'm gonna try and go into some breakdowns in my own way, and I'm gonna try and help us understand what that means when I say contributed to something. Uh, when you say contributed, somebody that set the spark off, somebody that's added on to it. You know, that's the definition that I saw on YouTube years ago. When I say contributed to something, people see people that's in a peaceful position, and then they turn around, and then what they do is they come and they add more drama. They add drama to it, or they say, "Well, we're gonna break this peace that they have." That's what I'm saying. Uh, you throw. It's like throwing a bomb, a lighter fluid and bomb in the midst of something. Then the people get bombed. Then the people that survive, they take and blame the people that throw the bomb, that actually didn't contribute to the bomb. Instead of getting the root of the people who throw the bomb in the circle, they turn around and throw the bomb, crash back at the ones that actually they are programmed the condition is to clash back at the one that had the bomb thrown at them, which they didn't start it. The people behind them did. That's just an example of what's going on, and it's like it's a cycle, generation. It's a like a generation of curse. It's a generation. It's a cycle that's repeating itself. So we having a so-called black people as we continue to generate and have children. Now our children come and take our places and live in these apartments. We can be like, let's say, dead and gone. Then now they are left here is to deal with what we dealt with, the curses and stuff like that. That like saying things like you're too damn lazy. You know what I'm saying? You're lazy, just like your granddaddy. Your granddaddy wasn't here. You know what I'm saying? You see your granddaddy. Great. I'm just making up something. Your great granddaddy in the video talking about the slave part, but you will know better than he is. So now you got generation of children that here with YouTube. YouTube is still around. Let's say we are not around. And when you look at their video, look at the problems that they dealt with. Now look at the problems that we have. We, in essence, them same demons, spirits that was on them, now they're on us, and now that all this shit is passed on to us. You see what I'm saying? So if I have children right now, my child will have to suffer the same thing that I'm suffering, the same, like the same curses that we're dealing with. You see what I'm saying? Um, Some of these curses is single parent household. Some of these curses can be you can be a 50-year-old man still living in the same house your mother in. Some of us can be 50-year-old women. You as far as numbers, age numbers, but in psychologically and mentally and emotionally, you're still where you at when you was like 13 and 14. You got 13 and 14-year-old people. You have 50-year-old people who has uh, 13 and 14-year-old mindsets who are still don't know how to take responsibility. Why? Because of the curses that derive from generation to generation. You see what I'm saying? Curses that spring from now they these things that is up on me. Now I'm leaving, and when I pass away and leave this earth or whatever, I'm just making an example. Now my offspring is left here to deal with the same thing, because see, those curses, it's like a spirit. You see what I'm saying? It's like a witchcraft spirit that passes down from generation to generation. And the person that actually the things that we're suffering right now due to the fact of generations way before us, like for us, me, my his great grandpa and grandmother, and all of them, they dealt with these same issues that we're dealing with today. You see what I'm saying? And these things have not been broken. You know, when we look at each other, we looking at each other like, well, you should go out there and you should do this and you should do that, this and that and the third. This one may have diabetes telling you what you should do for somebody else outside, all because what was passed on to her, she's constantly passing that same thing on down. And so we got these generational curses constantly hitting our families, even in 2022. You see what I'm saying? Now that's why you got people in 22 families in the same neighborhood in 20, which I'm part of it. I'm not gonna sit up here and act like I'm not exempt from it. You know what I'm saying? Being lazy and stuff like that, and not being harsh and kind of selfish and stuff like that. Because you got families around you, you got neighbors around you. We don't. I don't even have sense enough is to go offer my help and stuff like that. Why? Because I'm dealing with you dealing with this mental and emotional state, and you still is trying to heal from it. And then when family members see you like that, now all of a sudden they looking at you like you trying to clear your head and get everything right. In the midst of that, now you got them saying, uh, why you ain't offering to help these people? These people is doing everything they can for us. And when you open up, which they telling you right at the same time, but it's like in that moment, it's like, okay, they look at, I'm looking at it like this here. How in the world is you gonna go and gossip to other people, but you gonna come and tell me what I should be doing for people? And all you do is just sit around on your phone and you just gossip all day, or you talk about other people and you talk about what they ain't doing, but you ain't went to your mailbox in 40 years. The person that's been doing that you say is lazy, is the is actually the one that's been going to the mailbox at least doing that. But you sit around for 30, 40 years. I'm just making up something. Going to you, sitting in the house, blowing up and constantly damaging yourself, eating the wrong foods, or being a diabetic and all this kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? But now you want to become a person. Yeah, and what I'm doing, I'm talking about we are enemies to each other. Esau contributed to it. The so-called white man, they contributed to a lot of the suffering and a lot of the things that we go to. Now, a lot of people gonna hear this video and gonna say, "Well, you shouldn't blame the white man for everything." Of course, we can we can put most of the blame on them. We can put most of the blame on them because look at the condition. If you look at us as a black people now, a so-called people of color, what kind of condition we living in right now? Look at the neighborhoods we living in. Just look. Hold on. I'll do this here. I can show you better than I can tell you. Look like it's finna rain. I'm gonna show you better than I can tell you. Look at this here. Look at this car. You know what? I'm gonna get out here and I'm gonna pick these piles up. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get out here and I'm gonna pick these piles up before it rains. That's what I'm gonna do. But look at that car, right? Now you look at that. Look at the type of neighborhood that we living in. We don't even have the landlords is to really take pride. I can't really talk about nobody, but we all suffering from that. Those are part of the curses that our people are suffering from. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, those are part of the curses that our people suffering from. I tell you what, I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna go live. But that car been sitting. I'm just saying, it's been sitting up there a minute. You see what I'm saying? But these are the curses that we're dealing with. No ride. We have to depend upon other people. All right, I'll be back. I'm gonna talk about.